Hi there, it's me Lou. Welcome to my studio. We're gonna together enjoy a beautiful heart opening sequence. So I encourage you during the class today to either close your eyes at any point or have your eyes on a soft gaze. It's going to be a beautiful, nice inward journey into class. So I'm going to guide you through all the poses, all the asanas, but I would like you to really go within and feel what it is that you're needing today. And as I said, we're just going to open our heart space. So we're going to just swivel around on the mat here. We're just going to come to laying back down on the mat. So you can either have your hands to your shins or your hands up, just engaging your core slightly. We're just going to roll down slowly, slowly, slowly onto the mat. When you're on the mat here with your body, just taking your legs long, your feet can splay out. You can either take your hands to your body, your right hand to your belly, left hand to the heart center, or bringing the arms out alongside your body. Here we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then you're going to sigh the air out through your mouth. And again, breathing in. And this time you can breathe out through the nose. So we're just going to take a couple of moments to ground and center ourselves, bringing ourselves into the present moment. So anything you did prior to class to get you on your mat and anything you need to do after class, just let that go, just for the time being. This is your time now, just to integrate yourself, to almost have a conversation with your mind and your body. Just taking this time now to check in with your thoughts, the weight of your thoughts. Are they heavy? Are they light? And take the time to check in with your body. Any areas of discomfort that you're aware of. Even with the eyes closed, you may feel like your eyes are tired. So just checking in with the body. Maybe you're carrying some tension in the lower back or in the shoulders. So just bringing awareness to the body. And allow your breath to bring you right into the present moment. We're going to bring our feet to touch, so making almost like a diamond shape with your feet and bringing your fingertips to touch with your arms above your body, above your head. Take another breath in here. Feeling your lungs within, breathing out. You're just gently going to turn your head from side to side. You're starting to warm up the neck. If you find your mind wandering at all, just bringing it back to the breath. Focus on breathing in and breathing out, allowing those thoughts to walk through your mind like a cloud in the sky. We're just going to take the arms and the legs long. Again, we're going to do like a morning stretch. You're going to reach through the one leg, bend through the other, reaching through the arms, however you need to, just reaching, stretching, breathing. And then releasing, stretching like a star. Nice deep breath in, reaching the arms long, legs long. Another sip of air in. And then breathing out through the mouth. And then one more time. Reaching through the arms, reaching through the legs, as wide as you can. And breathing out, either through the nose or the mouth. We're going to join each other, hugging our knees into the chest nice and tight. Your spine is long, your chin is tucked in, so your neck is long. You're going to just hug the knees, hugging your hands onto your elbows, and you're just gently going to rock from side to side. Gently starting to warm up the spine here. And then we're going to take the knees into the elbow crease, just slightly wider of the ribs. Then we're going to circle our hands and our feet here, circling, and then point and flex. Circling, point and flex, just moving through the motions. You can squeeze through the toes, squeezing through the fingers as well, like reaching through the fingers. You can tuck the thumb in as well, into the fingers, into the hand, circling. Nice big circles, nice points and flex, change direction. And then we're going to take the feet up towards the ceiling. If you're able to hold onto your feet, do that. Otherwise, holding on to your ankles. We're not wanting to pull the bottom up towards the ceiling. You're wanting the tailbone long. You're going to pull down on the feet. So I don't want the feet touching here and the feet down. I want your legs open wide. So they call it happy baby. Babies love playing with their legs in the air. They manage to get their toes into their mouth. I'm not asking you to do that today. Maybe some of you have tried that. I'm just wanting you to pull down on the feet or the ankles, opening gently into the hips. And you're stretching, reaching through the arms. It's not just about the hips. As you're pulling down on the feet, you're stretching through the arms. You're gently massaging into the lower back as you gently rock from side to side. Those that would like, you can slightly straighten a leg, not too straight, but just off the bend, just as you reach from side to side. One more time. And then just hugging your knees into your chest, nice and tight, squeezing. And then one or two rolls. We're going to roll ourselves up to seated. And then spinning around. So I love starting class like that. You just feel so peaceful in your mind. So feel as you sit up now, you're just feeling nice and calm. I want us to carry that throughout class today. So taking our hands to our knees, like the hand, when our hands are resting, the hand closes. So the body does also tend to want to close. So we're wanting to open the body. So for awareness here, for our seating, you can take your hands behind you to give you that nice upright seated position. So as opposed to us rounding here, nice and upright, we're engaging our core, spine is long. You've got nice space between your ears, through your shoulders, hands onto the knees here. And we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows, even an arch. Back tucking the chin in. Then you're going to open through chin. And then again. You're going to continue here, opening. I want you to really open through the heart center here, but pulling. So you're, with the knees, you're working through the arms as well. And then you're going to come back here, tucking the chin in. Here, when you tuck the chin in, I'm just going to show you, you are going to round through the shoulders, getting a nice deep stretch. So you're going to pull the body through, opening, breathing, engaging your core here as well. Nice little abdominal exercise, reaching. You just do a couple more like that, going at your own pace. You'll feel what you're needing in your body. You can hang out where you are, like say, comfortable, where you're needing to go deeper into the stretch. So here, if you're hanging out with the knees, holding on the knees, stretching through the back and the spine, you can take your chin to your chest, just moving the chin slowly across the body here. Warming up the neck, warming up the spine. And then you bring the body through. So you get the idea here of moving through the body as you feel you need to. There's no rush. We're going to start nice and slow. We've got this time to be together. I'd like you to make some little circles here. So your sits bones, you're not wanting to fall out of the circle. You can change direction when you want to. Engaging your core here as well. Round. Nicely bringing mobility to the body. Back the other direction here. And then we're just going to come back to seated. So we're going to do some twists. Maybe you need a little stretch. You can also sit on a block if you're finding it uncomfortable sitting like this. Just elevating slightly on a block or a pillow. That could be comfortable for you, more comfortable maybe. We're going to do some twists here. So I'm wanting you, we're going to go to the left, taking your left hand, taking that left hand all the way around behind you, taking that right hand to the opposite knee. Here, I'm wanting that nice upright seat that I showed you just now, taking the hand to the knee, and then we're going to take the gaze further around. So you're going to look further around the room here. As I said, you can close your eyes, you can have a soft gaze. We're just turning the head, taking a deep breath in here. You're using both your hands, the one on the knee and the one on the floor, to give you extra leverage here. Taking a deep breath in And breathing out, we're squeezing. It's quite nice to drop the chin to the shoulder, continuing with your breath, and you can bring the head all the way around to the other shoulder, reaching. And chin to shoulder, coming back again, all the way back. Squeezing, breathing, twisting. You're fully aware, fully present in the pose. One more time, we're going to all meet back. Taking your chin slowly to the chest, we're going to all meet back to the back shoulder here, taking the last breath in here. Squeezing, reaching, and breathing out. Slowly, slowly, we're going to unwind, just bringing your body back slowly, slowly to center. Ready to do the other side, hand to the other knee, back the other hand behind you. Really get that twist, that leverage, taking your head further round. As I mentioned with the gaze, taking your gaze further round, and then if you want to close your eyes, or soft gaze, you're twisting and you're reaching the other direction, breathing in here. Squeezing, turning, breathing out, almost like wringing out a face cloth, the wet face cloth. Dropping the chin to the shoulder, continuing with your breath, bringing the chin down all the way around to the other side. Dropping the chin down again. And all breathing. Again. Really extend, adjust if you need to. And giving it your last, really going to your edge here. Giving it your all. Last breath here as you twist. We'll all meet back at the back shoulder with the chin there. Twisting, breathing in. Squeezing, breathing out. And then we're slowly, slowly going to unwind, coming back to center. Just to neutralize the spine here, bringing the hands up. You can have your fingers touching, and then just slowly spinning from side to side. Let your gaze follow your hands just to neutralize the spine. You can go a little bit faster. Here we're going to meet on all fours. So we're just going to come into our tabletop pose, just adjust the clothing as you need to. Bringing your hands to the mat underneath your shoulders, bringing your knees underneath your hips here. We're just going to drop the belly down and then looking up. We're going to gaze up. So the gaze, even if you do close your eyes, it's that feeling. It takes you even deeper into the pose. So hands are on the mat, nice and strong through the hands. If you have hypermobility in the arms here, just adjusting there as you need to. Dropping through the belly, looking up at the ceiling. Opening here, breathing in. And then breathing out. Arching here. And then breathing in. And breathing out. Just starting nice and slow. Moving through, just mobilizing the spine. And then just coming back to neutral spine, shaking it out. Just going to do a couple of roll throughs here. So you're going to reach to the right, like foot side, heel side, all the way around. Coming all the way around. We're going to go over the wrists here. Reaching round, reaching long. Almost like you're sitting back in child's pose. I want you to come around. You can also change direction when you're ready. Nice big full circles at your own pace. Here also you can do half the circle, so maybe you're tight in your shoulders, so you can just move through here at the back of your mat. Or as you come around, you're feeling tight in your lower back, you can do half circles at the front of the mat, just moving here through the hips. Moving around. You can speed up at any point if you feel you need to. All the way around, just finishing up all together. And then just coming back into our tabletop, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. And here we're just going to do some like barrel circles. Lifting up in your cat cow and down in your cat-cow, but moving to the side. You may need to take your knees slightly wider here, all the way around. Breathing. Maybe you do half circles here, and then at the top moving. And I encourage you to move through as you feel you need to in this moment. And then we're going to come back to center. Just make sure you've got enough space at the end of your mat. So if you need to move back slightly, you can. Knees are hip width apart. And we're going to take the hands forward into our puppy pose. So you just bring in the hands forward. You're taking your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to either bring your chin or your forehead to the mat. Reaching the arms long, breathing in. And breathing out. Fingertips can dig into the mat here too. That's nice. Reaching far forward, but pulling back through the arms, tailbone up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to bring the hands onto the elbows here. Sinking deeper into the pose. Maybe the chin is to the mat or the forehead is to the mat. It's up to you. Breathing and reaching here. And then another variation. I'm going to show you all three variations. You can choose one or move through all three. The last one is elbows come in slightly, hands into prayer above your head, and again chin or forehead to the mat. Really sink through the shoulders here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath here, and open it up, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to bring our hands down to the mat. We're going to bring our hands back underneath the arms here. We're going to just do one more cat-cow here, dropping in the belly, looking up. You can wiggle at the hips slightly here, and then arching through the spine, tucking the chin in, and then coming back to neutral spine. Let's move into our first down dog. So dig the toes in. I'd like to move through bent knees here. So bending through the knees, straightening the legs, and then coming all the way back up. Strong into your, fully up into your downward facing dog. So I'd like just to check our alignment here. Your hands are in the mat. Your chin is tucked in. You can be looking forwards, not forwards to the hands, but just straight down to the mat. What I'd like us all to do is just bend the knees here quite generously, and then tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. See how that adjusts your spine and your neck, and then straightening the legs, pushing the body even further through the arms. Taking a deep breath in here, and breathing out. So here, if you're feeling lightheaded at all, you can come back down into child's pose. So just bringing the knees down, going over the toes, hands one on top of the other. So at any point in class, I encourage you to come back to this space and then join us when we were. So let's be back in our downward dog. I'd like us to walk the feet out on the spot here, but very generously. So you've got to bend your knee so that your floating ribs are resting on that upper thigh. Bending, reaching, breathing, and then slightly smaller steps, so the knee is not bending as deeply. Feet are closer together now. We're going to take the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling, strong through the arms, bending through the knee, opening through the hip. So I want like a shining to happen here, opening through the heart center, opening through the hip, breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Really reaching, opening, that supporting foot can be up on your toe, reaching your foot down to the mat. One last breath, breathing in and breathing out. You're going to straighten that top leg, squaring off the hip. You're going to look forward, and you're going to bring that leg all the way through into your lunge. So feel your lunge here. I don't want the knee, the foot back with the knee like that. We don't want to have any damage to the knee here. We want to be safe in our poses. So I'd like a nice right angle here with that front leg. So we're just going to play here. Today's class, we're going to not hold these poses. We're going to flow through the poses. So we're not going to go into a full pyramid. We're going to just take the front leg straight and just fold forwards here. You can adjust the back leg if you need to. And here we're folding forward. You can flex that front foot, getting a deeper stretch, and you can turn the toe in. All these options, it's lovely. So this is the part I'm talking about with the flow. We're in the flow here, in our lunge, you can see, and then we're just going to fold forwards into our wide pyramid, breathing in and breathing out. You can look up here, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Nice and strong through the legs. Hands are back down, strong through the arms. We're going to lift to create space, bringing that leg back. We find ourselves back in our downward facing dog. Pressing the arms or the palms into the mat. Head slowly breathing in, breathing out. Walking the feet closer together again. That left leg comes up or the other leg, bending at the knee, opening through the hip here. Nice and open, reaching. You can make some circles if you wanted to, or circle through the ankle, through the hip, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So one more breath here, breathing in, reaching, opening, shining, and squaring off that hip, straightening the leg, looking forward, bringing that left leg forwards into your lunge. We're just going to start here, just playing in our lunge a little bit, opening through the hips. And breathe in. We're going to move through that wide pyramid now, so just bringing the foot slightly forward if you need to, folding forward, front foot can flex up and turn in, folding forwards here, bringing the foot back down into your lunge. We're going to breathe through these a couple of times like we did on the other side. I'd like you to really fold forwards at the hips, not so much about getting the head down, it's just folding forwards, coming back into your lunge. And then again, folding, breathing, and back into your lunge, looking up, breathing, reaching. Folding, coming forwards, last time, breathing in. And then coming forwards, breathing out. Nicely done. Hands back flat to the mat if you had them cupped or tented. Strong arms lifting through the hips, bringing the legs back into your downward facing dog. Let's walk our down dog out on the spot. And we're just going to come into child's pose, but I want you to roll through. So on the toes, over the wrists into a high plank, bending the knees as we roll through. Just one more time. All the way around through. Bending the knees, you can wiggle through the hips here slightly, just releasing in the lower back. Knees to the mat, rolling over the toes, sitting back into your child's pose. Arms are long initially, breathing here. You can then bring your hands stacked one on top of the other, or bringing your arms alongside the body, follow to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. We're just going to come back. Our heart rate should be coming down now, cooling off again. So we're just going to bring the arms back round, coming back into tabletop. Nice neutralizing pose here. Just a couple of cat-cows here. Dropping the belly, looking up, arching the spine here, and getting your core. And again, going maybe a little bit faster now because the body is warmer. And then last time. Coming back to neutral spine, shaking it out. Come back into our down dog, digging our toes into the mat, pressing through bent knees like we did before, coming into our straighter legs, reaching through the arms, hollowing in the belly, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to walk the feet together. We're going to take that right leg up towards the ceiling again, bending the knee, opening through the hip here, like shining through the heart center. Breathe in and breathing out. One more time. Really open through the hip here. We're preparing for our next pose. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's straighten the leg. Squaring off the hip. Looking forward. Taking your foot into the lunge. If you need to walk, like your foot's here, if you need to walk your foot forward, you can. To encourage it gently. Gently does it. Playing here in your lunge again. We're just going to move through now. So we're going to turn the foot into a warrior foot. So that foot just goes out 40 degrees at the back. And we're either going to walk up the leg or we're going to just brush the fingertips on the mat, coming into our warrior one position. So reaching here in our warrior one, looking up, breathing in. Nice space between the shoulders here. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. So we're going to move through this pose now. What I want us to do, we were preparing in the previous pose, I want us to straighten that front leg. So just adjust your feet as you need to, so you're not on a tight rope. Careful for your balance. You want to be grounded through both feet. I want us to flex that front foot. We're going to take the left hand rather, onto the right hand. So I've clasped my hands, sorry, I'm a bit out of the screen there. And I'm wanting you to reach back. So you're pulling back, kind of like an arrow, arching back. And then what I want us to do, we're going to go into a beautiful triangle because we're nice and open. We're bringing the foot down, the body is already over, and you're going to reach down. So either hand to shin here, or hand to foot, or even the hand to the floor. I'm wanting us to open up here, reaching the top arm up, no tension in the neck, breathing in, and breathing out. Reaching and opening, one more breath here, breathing in, and out. So we're going to flow through this a bit. If you're finding it too much, just come into your child's pose and join us again. I'm wanting us to reach now, flow through, grab the wrist, reach back. So pulling on the wrist, flexing that front foot, opening beautifully to the side body, and then coming back down into our triangle, pivoting at the hips there, leg is nicely open, opening here in the side body like you can fit through a pane of glass. One breath here, breathing in, and breathing out. Last time, coming up, flowing, let those hands meet at the top, take the hand to the wrist, left hand to right wrist, flexing that front foot and opening up. Beautiful, breathing, reaching, breathing out as we come back down. Here we're going to spiral the arms out of our triangle, squaring off the foot, finding ourselves back in lunge. Nicely done. Ready to do the other side. Hands are nice and strong in the mat. Lifting up, creating space, taking that back leg back, finding ourselves in our downward dog here. Walking the feet out on the spot. Ready to do the other side. Feet are closer together. Left leg comes up this time. Or if you did the other side, make sure you do the other side. Bending through the knee, flexing the foot, opening, looking up towards the ceiling underneath that armpit. Like a shining happening here. 2 breaths, breathing in and breathing out. And one more breath in and breathing out. Let's straighten the leg, squaring off the hip, looking forwards as we bring that front leg into lunge. As I said, you can walk the leg forwards with the hand. In your lunge here, just playing in your lunge. We're going to open that foot, so you're just going to turn that back leg 45 degrees the foot, so that we can open into our warrior one. So here, either walking the hands up the leg or bringing the hands, brushing the fingertips along the mat into your warrior one. Opening here, squaring off the body towards the front. So you're not open like that, you're open, forward facing, twisted, reaching, breathing. We're going to straighten that front leg, flexing the foot, take the right hand to the left wrist, and we're going to arch back. Maybe you can see me a bit better this time than my back. Breathing in, and then the foot is going to come down, and we're going to reach forward beautifully into that triangle pose here, opening up, breathing in, and breathing out, no tension. Maybe just one more breath here, breathing in, and out. Coming up again, so we're pivoting. You're going to flex that front foot, reach the arms together, and pulling yourself back. Beautiful stretch through that side body. Nice breath in and out. We're going to come back down again. Reaching long. You've already got that space. Reaching up and open, not falling back or falling forward. Up and open and reaching, as I said, up. Breathing in and breathing out. Last time, we can do this. Pivoting here, reaching out for that hand, flexing that front foot, opening here. Beautiful. We're nearly there. Breathing in and breathing out. We've got that extension already in our triangle coming all the way down. Reaching the arm up, opening, rotation in the neck. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautifully done. Let's come out now. Circle that arm round to the back, turning the foot into your lunge here, playing in your lunge. Hands strong into the mat. Left leg comes back into our high plank, or it can be in our down dog. We're going to flow through the high plank like we did just now. So coming forwards over the wrists, bending through the knees. Nice big circles here. Breathing, reaching. One more time, all together. Breathing over the wrist forwards, knees towards the mat. Hover, hover. Wiggle through the hips here just to release in the lower back. Knees wide, touching the mat. Toes touching. And we'll all meet here in our child's pose. Breathing, heart rate is up. Breathing out, starting to bring the heart rate back down. You can bring your hand, stack one on top of the other forehead to your hands. So you should be feeling a lot warmer now. We have peaked. We're going to now start slowing down, cooling down the body. So just here, feel your heart rate come down, slow down. Feel the blood surging through your body, feeling healthy, energetic, alive. You can sort of move through the hips here if you want to. Just gently releasing through the hips even more. Then we're going to bring the hands to the outside of our mat and like a spider, moving through here. You can move quite wide, shoulders almost coming to the mat. Breathing, reaching. Oh, smiling. Feel like you're smiling from the inside out. And then coming back, we're going to bring our hands up to the mat. Bring the legs back into the mat. Just again, moving through cat-cow, feeling a lot more mobilized now than the beginning of class. Arching through, tucking the chin in, flowing through here, breathing. And the head from side to side, maybe. Digging the toes into the mat again. We're just going to go into down dog as a transition. So bending through the knees. I like doing it like that. Coming into down dog, up onto the toes, reaching the heels into the mat. Really pressing your body through your arms. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out. So we're going to walk our feet towards our hands, but I want us to go slowly. We're going to lift up through the hip to create space. You can see here. And I'm wanting us to put the heel on the mat first. It is harder than obviously putting the toe. But let's give it a bash. Heel down. Lifting through the other hip. Heel down. So you really feel it in your hamstrings. Bending through the knees if you need to. And we're going to meet towards the top of our mat. Feet towards the hand. Let's just heel toe the feet out quite wide, wider than hip distance. Taking our hands to our elbows in our ragdoll pose here. Bending quite generously through the knees and just gently rocking from side to side. Breathing, rocking. As you rock from side to side, you could sway a little bit. It is hanging, no tension in the neck. We're going to release the hands now, heel toe the feet together. I want us to roll up to standing. So you almost want to feel like an orangutan with really, really long arms. So bending through the knees so it's a little bit more easy to, or with ease, to roll up. Long arms, rolling, rolling. Slowly rolling all the way up, all the way up. Standing. So just coming to standing here. I'm just going to pull my mat back ever so slightly so that my head is within the screen. Excellent. Right, so we're going to, I'll face you. We're going to come into our mountain pose. So you're going to stand. Your pelvis is going to tilt here. Your legs, your feet are almost touching. Wanting to have space here between the ears and the shoulders. Be nice and open through the leg. So initially having your palms alongside, then I want you to have your palms forward. Feel how that opens up your heart center. You're going to bring the palms back, but keeping the heart center open here. So we're going to take a deep breath in, standing here nice and strong. Breathing out. Together now, I want us to bring our hand above our heads, breathing in and out. And like what we did on the other, when we were in our, before we went into our triangle, we had our hand reaching onto our wrist. So I'm wanting us to pull the body from side to side. So I am just slightly out of screen, I apologize. So we're going to reach the arms up, taking the right hand to the left hand, and we're going to reach the body over. We're going to do 3 breaths here, lifting and reaching, breathing in, and breathing out, reaching to the side. Again, breathing in, not collapsing forwards or backwards, fully to the side, adjust so you need to. Breathing out. Last time, breathing in, and I'm going to bring the arms all the way back up, just gently swapping sides. Left hand holds right wrist, pulling the body over. Breathing in, breathing out, reaching, breathing in, and breathing out. One more time, breathing in, and breathing out. Bringing the body back up. We're going to have our arms in cactus arms. Let's just shake the body out. Get carried away. Let's just shake it out, shake the hands, shake the feet, shake the legs. And I should have said this earlier, but remember to drink water. Not a good example, but I too need to remember to drink water. So if you want a quick opportunity, you can pause, have a sip of water, and we just carry on. So while we're all here, back in our mountain pose, and we're going to open our arms here in cactus arms. So I'm wanting you to squeeze through the shoulder blades. Nice and open, breathing in and reaching back. So we can even bring the arms up, cactus, back, breathing in. As you breathe out, squeeze, breathing in, reach, breathing out. 2 more, breathing in, breathing out. It's just long, breathing in, breathing out. Nicely done. Hopefully starting to feel the body cool down a little bit. We should still be hot and the heart rate still quite high. We're going to start to slow it down a little bit now. So just turning towards the end of the mat or the top of the mat, we're just going to do a couple of forward folds here. So I'm wanting us to start by moving here so I don't have a bird here. I don't want to hit. We're just going to start in our mountain pose like we were. Reaching the arms up, breathing in, arching back. We should be nice and warm now in the lower back. As we fold forward, bending to the knees, breathing out, hands to heart center, and then fully breathing down into our forward fold. Hands either just coming to the feet, shins, or mat, folding forwards, breathing in, hanging here, breathing out. We're going to take our hands to our shins, halfway lift, looking forwards. So it's more like a tabletop back here, looking forwards, breathing in, forward fold, breathing out. This time we're going to hold the hands to the calves, pulling the body even further forwards, breathing in, breathing out, releasing through the hands, brushing the fingertips on the mat. You can bend through the knees here. We're going to carry on here, just a nice flow, arching back. As we breathe out here, folding forwards, hands to heart center, bending through the knees, folding forwards. All the breath out, breathing in, hands to the mat, looking forwards, halfway lift. Breathing out, hands behind the head, elbows back, pulling the body towards your legs, breathing in. And breathing out. Releasing the hands, arms to the side, sweeping, breathing in, bending through the knees, Bringing the hands to touch, arching back. 2 more here. Hands to heart center, bending through the knees as you breathe out, forward fold. 1 breath here, breathing in, hanging here, breathing out. Hands to shins, halfway lift, looking up, flat back, breathing in. Nice, let's keep flowing, breathing out. Hands to calves, forward fold, really pull the body forwards. Turn the head from side to side, breathing in. Breathing out. Bending through the knees, brushing the fingertips on the mat, all the way up. Arching back, last time, reaching. Coming forwards, breathing out, hands to heart center, bending through the knees. Hands down, 1 breath in here, hanging the head forward, fold, breathing in, breathing out. Hands to the mat, halfway lift, looking up, fingertips even, looking forwards, breathing in, breathing out, forward fold. Last time, hands behind the head, elbows reaching back, pulling the body towards the legs, breathing in, and breathing out. Releasing the hands, swooping the arms up to the side, reaching all the way up, arching back, hands to heart center, hands to the side. Once you're done, just standing here, you can close your eyes if you want to, just kind of integrating the energy, breathing in, breathing out. If you're feeling lightheaded at all, immediately going down gently to the mat into your child's pose. If you're comfortable, just standing here, breathing in and breathing out. Just going to take our knees wide on the mat into our goddess pose here. So knees are wide, elbows nice and square here, breathing in and breathing out. We're just going to take the hands to the knees now. We're just going to do a nice little twist. So really use your hands to give you extra leverage here, twisting, looking across, and then the other side, reaching. And again, other side. So you're really wanting to sit down through the hips here, through the legs, twisting and reaching. And then again, the other side. Really stretch through the shoulders, through the side body, last time, side. And then it's going to come out, just literally to finish it off. Elbows to the knees, sitting down here, opening up, you can kind of sway from side to side, reaching. We're going to bring our hands to the mat, just walking the feet in here, into our Savasana. Hands into prayer, pressing on the knees, opening up, breathing in, and breathing out. We're going to really start to slow things down a bit now. Bringing the hands to the mat. Maybe you need to just support yourself a bit as we prepare to come out just this way. So we're going to sit here, taking our legs long. Again, let's just check that alignment. We're taking our hands behind us. So we're sitting nice and upright. And I want a nice forward fold here, turning your head from side to side. So we were doing a forward fold standing. Now we're doing a forward fold seated. It feels, the experience does feel different. So I'm wanting us, it's not so much, oh, I'm getting my head to my knees. I'm wanting us to fold forward from the hip crease here. So folding, reaching, breathing. Breathing in, folding forward, breathing out. You can turn your head from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. We're just going to do some roll through slowly. So I'm wanting us to roll up, so round it through the shoulders here. Reaching the arms back. And then reaching forward, you can point the toes here and then flex the toes, reaching, opening, long, and continue here, no tension in the neck, breathing, reaching, and have your eyes open or closed. Breathing, opening, reaching. Let's do 2 more times here. And then last time, reaching. Reaching, folding. You can point and flex one by one the feet here, just kind of like walking them out. Can you see there? And then just pedaling them out. Maybe that's the right way, pedaling them out. And then just one more breath here, breathing in. Fully extending forward, breathing out. Let's roll, 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 roll. I'm just going to scoot the booty down a little bit. I want us to come to a roll back to lying down. Slowly with control, slowly, slowly. We're going to hug the knees into the chest again. Gently rocking from side to side. We're just going to bring our feet to the mat now, hip width apart. If it's comfortable for you, bringing the fingertips to brush the heels. And then we're just going to, with our breath, lift up through the hips here. Imagine you had like a rope and someone was pulling you up. I want you to try and lift up as high as you can. May need to adjust your feet slightly. What else is quite nice, you can walk the shoulders underneath so your palms can stay down. Or you can interlace the fingers underneath you. Lifting higher, the chin is tucked in, lifting up, breathing in. And breathing out. 2 more breaths here. Breathing in, lifting up higher. You can engage the glutes here, releasing in the lower back. Breathing out. 1 more breath as high as you can go. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's release through the hands, release through the shoulders, and just slowly, slowly, slowly bringing the body down. Releasing through the shoulders here, breathing in. And breathing out. Let's hug our knees into our chest again, nice and tight, breathing in. And breathing out. I'm going to take our arms out to the side, bringing our feet down to the mat. See now with the palms facing down, you get a nice stretch through the forearm. And we're just gently going to windshield wipe the legs from side to side, releasing through the hips, releasing through the body, the knees. Really start to slow things down and breathe in. And then just coming, well, before we come back to, as your legs go one way, your feet go the other way. Reaching long through the arms. And then hugging the knees into the chest. We're going to take that right leg long up to the ceiling and steady that right leg all the way down to the mat. We're going to bring the left leg across the body all the way across. I'm wanting your knee on the mat here and your shoulder blade is going to lift off the mat. Your arm, this opposite arm, the left arm is just a counterbalance here. So I do want the knee to come down. You can take this hand to pull you across. You can turn your head the opposite direction. If you need to lift up through the shoulders to deepen stretch, you can. I'm just going to breathe here, a couple of breaths. Really surrender to the pose. Two more breaths here. Start to really, really slow down. Fast breath, breathe in. Breathing out. I want us to now to just roll out and really melts onto the mat, shoulder rolls down, hips roll down. You're going to need to realign your spine here, so moving your body back along the mat, moving your feet into the mat, adjusting through the hips. Hugging the knees into the chest, ready to do the other side. Let's take that left leg up to the ceiling this time, or maybe the other leg. Sending that left leg down. And then when you're ready, taking that right leg all the way across the body. Remember, we want the knee to reach the mat. Slowly, slowly. You can lift up through the shoulder blade, taking that opposite arm, in my case, the right arm as your counterbalance. You can see the arm now. You can make little half circles till you find the sweet spot, turning your arm around if you want. Pulling on the hip, reaching, breathing, and really surrender here. Two more breaths. I really want a beautiful twist. Maybe you need to move the knee up slightly, moving that counterbalance on just ever so slightly. Last breath, breathing in and breathing out. You're gonna roll the body out, shoulder comes to the mat. As you bring the hip all the way back, legs all the way back. Just adjusting to the clothing if you need to, just so that you're comfortable. Let's take the legs long. Let's bring the arms alongside the body. You can take up as much space as you like. Feet are splayed out. You can be on your mat or laying off the mat. You can bring your hands, your right hand onto your belly, left hand onto the heart center if that's more comfortable for you, or just hands alongside the body. Preferably not above your head now. You're wanting to slow down the body, not increase the heart rate. So arms alongside the body or on the body. Closing our eyes if we haven't already. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And with control, breathing out through the nose. So just integrating the class. See what came up for you, what challenged you, what you enjoyed. See where you've grown in your practice. We're just going to lay here quietly now. If you can stay here, I encourage you to stay here a little bit longer or a lot longer. Those of you who need to return to your day, coming back into the present moment. You start to become aware of the sounds around you. You start to become aware of your body temperature change as you've cooled off. You start to become aware of your thoughts as you prepare to come back into waking life, ready for your day, your evening, your morning, whatever time of day is for you. We're going to reach our arms long like we started class, arms long, legs long. We're going to take a deep breath in, reaching, sipping the air in. Then we're going to sigh the air out through the mouth. And again, one more time, reaching the arms long, reaching the legs long, breathing in. And sigh the air out through the mouth. We're going to just finish with a morning stretch. Maybe there's something you just need to do. Bending through the knees, bending through the arms if you want. Breathing in again, reaching, stretching. And then we're all going to hug our knees into our chest, gently rocking from side to side. And when you're ready, either rolling onto your right side and pressing yourself up to seated, or just rolling up to seated. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this beautiful heart opening sequence. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. May you go into your day, whatever time of day it is, feeling energized and strong, but peaceful, mindful. I look forward to seeing you again.